Hello, I am Gerard. The question was, why do you or don't you accept or believe the theory of evolution? Well, I accept the theory of evolution, and I will try to mention a few reasons why I do. I accept it because it explains a very great number of facts and observations in a way that alternative explanations cannot. All these facts and observations come together in a way. The theory puts them all into place. Also, when new facts and observations come to light, this is kept up. If there was something wrong with the theory of evolution, we would have stumbled over stuff by now that could not be integrated into the theory of evolution, that wouldn't fit in, so to speak, and we consistently don't find stuff like that. Of course, people try to come up with objections that would refute the theory of evolution, but all of these attempts that I've heard of seem, frankly, a bit pitiful to me. Even if we would abandon the theory, we would create an enormous heap of difficulties in an explanatory sense. We would have to bend over backwards to explain all the facts and observations in a different way, and that is just not tenable. It is in that sense also that the alternative viewpoints actually create more problems than they solve. Some of the things that the theory explains and that alternative hypotheses do not are, among other things, the fact that the tree of life shows nested hierarchies. This is explained by the theory of evolution, while it is not explained by special design. In fact, it is a problem for special design because it cannot explain, there is no explanation in special design why these nested hierarchies would occur. Remember that designed artifacts do not fall into nested hierarchies. Related to that, of course, is the fact that the fossil record in its geological context tends to follow the tree of life, the phylogenetic tree. There is relative similarity in design in certain groupings of the phylogenetic tree. It goes along the lines of the phylogenetic tree, while there is a relative dissimilarity in design in very different parts of the phylogenetic tree. And we don't find creatures, for instance, we don't find mammals that have leaves that would allow them to add to their diet with photosynthesis. If special creation were true, such occurrences would be possible, but they are consistently not found. We do not find creatures that unite very different traits from very different parts of the phylogenetic tree. Another thing is that microevolution occurs. Most creationists accept microevolution. Somehow, I have never heard an explanation as to why microevolution stops from eventually becoming macroevolution. By what mechanism would that be possible, even? Then there is, of course, a few instances of observed speciation, for instance in the plant world through hybridization, but also the famous moths, the mosquitoes in London. There are some instances of speciation that we have seen. And then there is, of course, the fact that some related species are still related enough to have offspring. Most of the time that offspring isn't fertile, but for instance a horse and a donkey can mate and have offspring. So can a finch and a canary. The fact that all creatures share the same chemistry on a cellular level that all creatures share DNA as a means of, amongst other things, procreation. Procreation is all about descent. Also, procreation and descent is the way creatures come about in the first place. The assumption of common descent for all creatures is in a way antecedental. We know how creatures come about. They come about because they descend from other creatures. So we have that tool available as an explanation. I couldn't for the world of me imagine how special design would take place. Then there is, of course, the famous example of the indigenous retroviruses, the fact that these retroviruses occur along certain lineages in the tree of life and not in others. That strongly points to the common descent. Once you've accepted common descent, you need to explain how it comes about, and then we go on to the theory of evolution. Now, these are some of the things that make me accept the theory of evolution.